And we know now that Kris Jenner is supposedly in some tapes that the feds have of Diddy. So I'm really curious, is Corey Gamble around Kris Jenner for this reason? Because Kris Jenner and Diddy have had a close relationship for years, and we know that the scheme of Diddy's investigation is going back years.
Let me ask you about Corey Gamble. He was at Kim Porter's death scene.
Yeah, I know. And he was also the took Tory Lanez to Kylie's house to fake shoot Megan Thee Stallion.
Numerous tips that all are very, very similar. And these tips came from individuals who have claimed to be familiar or know Corey Gamble from when he still lived and worked in Atlanta. Corey was once a performer in the adult film industry. Multiple people came to me sharing this information and that they had seen him while they were working on certain sets. And obviously, I am not going to share their identity for their own protection.
My understanding is that there was a lot of individuals that were involved. And I think by looking at the indictment and seeing that only Sean Combs, the defendant currently, who knows if that increases and it gets superseded with a different indictment. But currently there's only one defendant. My guess is that all of those individuals that could have been co-defendants or could have been co-conspirators or could have been involved in a RICO case have flipped on Sean Combs and they're getting some sort of immunity. You find it's usually very unusual to have a RICO case with one individual as a defendant.
It seems like Diddy's crew is starting to unravel under the pressure, and the latest gossip is steaming hot. Rumor has it that his so-called close friend Corey Gamble has turned informant, allegedly providing crucial evidence to the authorities in exchange for immunity as the trial heats up. Here's where it gets messy. One of the pieces of evidence Corey reportedly handed over suggests that Diddy may have orchestrated a setup against Kim Porter. This all allegedly stemmed from Kim's plans to share her story in a memoir, which would have shed light on her experiences with Diddy. Supposedly, Diddy had Corey monitor everything to ensure it all went down smoothly, leaving no trace back to him. Now, with Corey spilling the tea, it looks like the feds have finally taken notice of what Kim's family and Al B. Shore had been saying for years. They've reopened the investigation into Kim Porter's alleged murder. There's been a long-standing buzz in the streets about Diddy, and it turns out Kim's family and Alba have also been pointing fingers. To add to the drama, reports claim Kim's family was preparing to file a wrongful death lawsuit against Diddy right after her passing. If that doesn't signal suspicion, I don't know what does. According to an insider, the FBI has been in contact with several family members and friends, all of whom have been instructed to stay silent. Things get even wilder. Kim's ex hinted that when Cassie filed her lawsuit against Diddy, she mentioned having information about Kim's situation, including details on why she was allegedly targeted. People are questioning the official narrative surrounding Kim's death, especially the claims that she passed away from pneumonia. There are inconsistencies about how she was found. Initial reports said she was unresponsive in bed, but witnesses revealed she was actually discovered on the bathroom floor. If she was in bed, who moved her? Moreover, the supposed housemates who found her weren't really just friends. She was being looked after by a medical professional chosen by Diddy himself. The last call Kim made was to 911 at 2:43 a.m., but she wasn't found until much later, around 11 a.m. This timeline raises a lot of questions. And it's not just Kim's family looking at Diddy suspiciously. Her ex-husband, Al B. Shore, has hinted that Diddy may have had a role in her death too. Recently, he revealed that he and Kim were actually married, contradicting the common belief that they were just co-parents. This shocking revelation, combined with the swirling rumors about Diddy, makes you wonder if there's much more to this story than we realize. Every time I post something, I forget it's me. I'm a grandfather, so my concern is not being popular and trying to get numbers and likes. That's not what I do, but I posted something the other day talking about my ex-wife. Yeah, I said it, my ex-wife Kimberly, but nobody knew because we didn't discuss being married. We didn't discuss that every so often I gave her a tribute. Al B. Shore has been subtly dropping hints for a while now, and he's not holding back. Recently on Instagram, he shared footage from the morning he learned about Kim's passing, and his words sparked quite a conversation. He stated, "I just found this footage from the morning I learned of Kim Porter's passing, and it completely shattered me. I know for a fact that Kimberly didn't just suddenly pass away from pneumonia. That's total BS." Al B made it clear he wasn't playing around. He mentioned they had just celebrated their son's new Netflix deal and Christmas special, emphasizing that Kim was in great health and even laughing about a little incident involving him and Diddy at the theater. He ended with a powerful mic drop moment, saying, MMA, leave it right here. Don't let those love songs fool you. He's clearly urging us to read between the lines because something feels very off. Alb also dropped a major hint about the feds looking into the situation and backed it up with a throwback photo of them together, captioned, "She sent me this. Life imitating art, art imitates life. Now it all makes sense. She told me other stuff too. She was running. I said call the FBI." After Diddy was taken in by the feds, the streets erupted with rumors about his alleged involvement in Kim's tragic passing, and the speculation reached a boiling point. It got so intense that Kim's children felt compelled to step in and set the record straight, urging everyone to calm down. They defended Diddy, stating he never did anything wrong by their mother. Their statement read, "We've seen so many hurtful and false rumors circulating about our parents, Kim Porter and Sean Combs, as well as regarding our mom's heartbreaking passing. We felt we had to say something. The claims that our mom wrote a book are completely false. She did not, and anyone claiming to have a manuscript is just trying to deceive us. Also, keep in mind that any so-called friend speaking for our mom or her family isn't truly a friend and definitely doesn't have her best interests at heart. Our lives were shattered when we lost our mother. She was our everything. Since her passing, nothing has felt right, and it's been a struggle to come to terms with how someone so precious could be taken from us too soon. The truth about her passing has been clear for a long time. There was no foul play involved. Grief is a journey we will walk for life, and we're asking everyone to respect our plea for peace as we navigate this heartache daily. It breaks our hearts that the world has turned this tragedy into a circus. Our mother deserves to be remembered as the beautiful, strong, kind, and loving woman she truly was. Her legacy should not be overshadowed by terrible conspiracy theories." They concluded the statement with, "We ask that everyone please respect our mother Kim Porter and hold legacy in high regard so that she may rest in peace. It's what she deserves. We love you and miss you, Mommy." Quincy, Christian, Jesse, and Delilah. This is absolutely wild because let's be honest, everyone knows Diddy was cold and cruel to Kim throughout their relationship, and that didn't change after they broke up. He was so out of line that Kim eventually started fighting back, even leading to him having to check into the ER.
One night, when they were at home at Kim's house on 110th Street, he wanted to, put his hands on her in the wrong way. And Kim took one of those corkscrews and ripped his wrist up and hit an artery. And when she did that, he had to rush over to St. Luke's Hospital.
Their relationship was undeniably toxic, with reports suggesting that he even broke her nose. One article about the incident revealed that Diddy Combs' girlfriend Kim Porter was left with a broken nose after the couple argued on Combs' yacht in Sandrope. Combs flew in with a specialist plastic surgeon from Geneva after the accident. Porter has since claimed that she hurt her face after she banged her nose on a table. It gets even messier though. Several insiders are revealing that Diddy didn't just stop with Kim, he allegedly confronted her new boyfriend after she left him. One insider reported that Kim was seeing Shakir and Diddy found out and he lost it. He tracked Shakir down to his hotel, then Diddy went up there without security and beat him to a bloody pulp. Don't let the shiny suits and curls fool you. Diddy will F a man up. It gets even messier. Just weeks later, Shakir mysteriously turned up dead, and fingers quickly pointed at Diddy even without solid proof of his involvement. So it's surprising for Kim's kids to say that Diddy never harmed their mom. The twins might have been too young to understand the situation, but Quincy was definitely old enough to witness the drama unfold, making it all the more strange that they defended Diddy. But wait, it gets crazier. Albee eventually re-entered the spotlight, flipping the narrative and boldly claiming that Kim's death should prompt the feds to reopen the investigation. He suggested that not only was her laptop stolen, but also the manuscript of her memoir, arguing it all points to an inside job. He stated it likely contained crucial evidence that had been hidden away. Albee expressed his belief that the evidence aligns perfectly with details from a recently released public indictment document. He noted that those tangled in this mess might also be linked to covering up the alleged actions of several big-name artists, which has left many people scratching their heads. For those in the know about the entertainment industry, it's all becoming clearer. He also criticized the so-called memoir making the rounds, insisting it's fake, but maintained that Kim did have a manuscript, which he claimed was at the center of the drama. He wrote, "Unfortunately, Kim was taken from us way too soon before she could share her true thoughts. especially before this fake unauthorized version dropped on Amazon. The disappearance of her computer and vital evidence raises more questions than answers. It's clear that her potential to expose the ugly truths she knew was a real threat to those profiting from such despicable activities, much like the courageous actions of Cassie Ventura. In short, Albee suggested that Kim was allegedly taken from us because she was poised to do what Cassie did, ignite a firestorm that led to this chaos and shake the very foundations of those involved. He hinted that Diddy might have even orchestrated his own coma and boldly claimed he had the receipts to prove it. He wrote, "There's so much to unpack here. Unfortunately, I'm the only survivor thanks to a medical team that initially gave up on me after I suffered multiple organ failure, was septic, intubated, and on a ventilator for 38 days, all while staring death in the face. But the God I serve had a different plan for me. Just so you know, this is the G-rated version of what I've endured over the past decade to silence the OG. I've also kept forensic records of everyone sent my way to set me up, track me, gaslight me, and allegedly harm me." Speaking of Cassie, whispers suggest that one reason Diddy was furious with Kim was that she allegedly shared damaging information with Cassie, which Cassie supposedly used to finally break free from her relationship with him. For years, Cassie tried to end things with Diddy, but he wouldn't let her go, even going so far as to have people threaten her to keep her in his orbit. He allegedly blew up Kid Cudie's car and confronted his assistant for helping Cassie escape, even if only for a moment. So why did he finally let Cassie go? According to Jaguar Wright, Cassie had a heart-to-heart with Kim just days before Kim passed away, and it seems she may have used that conversation to blackmail Diddy into leaving her alone for good.
I know something that a lot of people don't know. I know that you and Kim Porter had a sit-down right before she left us.
Tell him, please, tell him.
And I know Kim had some very good advice to give you, and I believe that this is why things are happening as they're happening now. Kim was smart, wasn't she, Cassie? Kept you alive and kept you safe. Surviving, and congratulations on standing up.
It looks like Diddy had more reasons to be angry with Kim than just the memoir. Sources are now saying the feds believe he knows something about Kim's passing and might be convening a grand jury soon to add even more charges to his already lengthy list. With no statute of limitations, there's a real chance they could stick. Not only are the feds targeting Diddy for these charges, but they're also looking at accessory charges against those who supposedly helped him cover it all up, including Corey Gamble, who's linked to Kris Jenner. To understand how Corey got tangled up in this mess surrounding Kim Porter's murder, we need to explore how he ended up in Diddy's circle, along with some other questionable characters in Hollywood. There are claims that Corey was involved in some seriously shady activities, including allegedly making appearances in a few adult films, if you catch my drift. He later moved to Los Angeles and quickly became close with Diddy, which isn't surprising given how much he seemed to embrace Diddy's wild partying lifestyle.
Received numerous tips that all are very, very similar. And these tips came from individuals who have claimed to be familiar or know Corey Gamble from when he still lived and worked in Atlanta. Corey was once a performer in the adult film industry. Multiple people came to me sharing this information and that they had seen him while they were working on certain sets. And obviously, I am not going to share their identity for their own protection.
Corey and Diddy's bromance goes way back, though the specifics of how it all began are a bit unclear. However, the streets are buzzing that it all kicked off with none other than Farnsworth Bentley, Diddy's former right-hand man. Rumor has it that Farnsworth met Corey during their time at Morehouse College, and according to the grapevine, Farnsworth may have had his own shady dealings with Diddy, adding yet another layer of drama to this tangled web.
Let me ask you this. What do you think Diddy and Farnsworth Bentley's real relationship is?
Concubine. Master.
But let's be real about Corey. He wasn't just riding the coattails of fame, he actually put in serious work behind the scenes for many artists. Corey Gamble played a key role in Justin Bieber's album Believe, which was a major chart-topping success. Now, speaking of Justin, fans have raised their eyebrows at how suspicious it is that his substance use issues seemed to emerge around the same time Corey joined his team. Given Corey's close connections to Diddy and all the buzz about Diddy's alleged shady dealings with Justin during that period, it makes you wonder if Diddy used Corey as a pawn to get close to Justin and keep him under control. Sources claim that not only did Diddy and Corey allegedly introduce Justin to that lifestyle, but they also played a part in getting him hooked, leading to a full-blown addiction.
Time where I was sipping any I was popping pills, I was doing more, shroom, everything, and
Honey, Justin has shared his struggle with trying to overcome that addiction, and let me tell you, it was no easy feat. It's clear he was in a serious battle with his demons.
in the morning, and the first thing I was doing was popping pills and smoking and starting my day. It just got scary. I basically said to myself, oh my God, if you're real, you get me through this season of stopping these pills and stuff, and if you do, I'll do the rest of the work.
Child, we all thought Corey was just another one of Kris Jenner's sugary distractions, but it turns out he might have been pulling some serious strings right under our noses. And speaking of the Queen Bee herself, Kris has been linked to Diddy and his shady antics, giving off some major side-eye vibes. For those who don't know, Kris owns this so-called California community church, which for years has been rumored to be a clever tax dodge for the Kardashians and their circle. But hold up, new tea is spilling that there's much more to this story. Allegations are emerging that the church has been raking in hefty donations from Diddy to silence his victims over the years. On the surface, it looks like they're all about charity, but honey, the reality is far messier than that.
24 hours before the raid, Kim Kardashian decides to unfollow Diddy, right? Well, come to find out, this person by the name of Lou Taylor is apparently Diddy's manager. And this Lou Taylor woman is also on the board of Hillsong's church home. Follow me, go with me. They ain't doing all of this, child, in the name of the Lord. Just follow the story. Now, to cover myself, everything in this video is alleged, honey. This is what I digged up, and I don't know how much truth is to it, but there's reportings, okay? So everything that I'm saying is allegedly. Keep that in mind. So, Lou Taylor apparently is paying off, allegedly, some of Diddy's victims from this slush fund through some church fund, okay? Not only that, Kim Kardashian mama has been making these girls pay 10% tithes to some church that Lou Taylor and her husband is basically owner, co-owner, or whatever. So I was like, let me look into this Lou Taylor person. I'm thinking Lou Taylor was a guy, he was a woman with a husband, whole husband. And they doing ministry and everything. Now, mind you, y'all remember the whole thing with Britney Spears? So come to find out, Lou Taylor, hold on. Okay, so Lou Taylor is the CEO of TriStar Sports and Entertainment. She's like a business manager icon. Now, Mike, do y'all know the Lohans? What's the Lindsay Lohan? So she apparently, allegedly, she has been behind most of these stars' conservatorship situations, especially Britney Spears. So before we talk about Britney, Mike Lohan, which is the Lohan girl, Lindsay Lohan's daddy, accused Lou Taylor and the mama Dina Lohan for trying to put Lindsay Lohan in a conservatorship concerning her money. Also, allegedly, there's a lawsuit from 2021 with Astroworld tragedy, and she's being sued for employment discrimination. This is what this Lou lady is. Now, Lou Associates maintain intense control also over Britney Spears' life and money. And she was behind even the conservatorship of why Britney Spears had that conservatorship, because she ended up becoming the business manager and took over the financial pieces of Britney Spears' whole situation.
So how did Corey Gamble go from being Kris Jenner's boy toy to getting caught up in all this drama? Hold on to your seats, because new footage from the day Kim Porter tragically passed away has just surfaced, and fans are buzzing about a picture of Corey hanging out at Kim's house on the very day she died. You know that's got people raising eyebrows and connecting all sorts of dots.